Today's video is about the first game ever that made you really feel like you were Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. No, not like that. It's mostly like this. Yeah, that's better. In terms of getting Spider-Man's physics right, no game before this came close, and most of the games after it were kind of a step backwards too. Even Ultimate Spider-Man, which came out not that long after Spider-Man 2 and used a lot of the same web-swinging mechanics, felt more loose than this one for some reason. It really wasn't until Spider-Man for the PS4 that most of this magic was recaptured. In a lot of ways, revisiting Spider-Man 2 is a little underwhelming. The main game is pretty quick, and most of the side gameplay gets pretty repetitive. You get hero points from doing these races and tricks and delivering pizzas or doing photo missions, or you can help out people on the street and hear a whole lot of this.
Spidey, that man got hurt.
Don't let that person. Thugs are holding up that armored car. I think the police are chasing. Help! I just heard guns.
Thugs are holding up that.
Is your refrigerator running?
Criminal types were holding up a
Armored car. Help! Spider-Man. Armored car. Don't let that person. Armored car.
Help!
Spider-Man.
holding up a cafe.
Sorry, Spidey!
The saving grace here is that the hero points that you get are used to purchase some pretty cool combo attacks that you can use on these thugs that get pretty repetitive otherwise. So you end up doing these cool little moves and stuff that are actually kind of challenging to pull off and makes it pretty fun. You also get to battle classic villains like Shocker and Rhino, which is cool. But then there's this weird maze that Mysterio makes you complete for no reason.
Here are the rules, Spider-Man. I have built an obstacle course. Start here, reach the end of the course, hitting these switches. I, meanwhile, will be manning an electric cannon.
What?
If I see you, you can be sure I'm gonna hit you with the cannon.
What?
Don't worry.
And there's these overlong segments where you have to follow Black Cat around forever. And then Bruce Campbell gives you Black Cat's measurements and a hint coin.
So, let me tell you 3 things about Black Cat. 38, 24, 36. End of story.
2004 was a different time. All the weird stuff aside, the physics of actually being Spider-Man is the big takeaway here. Controlling Spider-Man still feels great to this day, and as you get more comfortable with the game, you end up swinging around the city pretty effortlessly. The game also makes good use of its technical limitations and makes the city feel pretty alive. A game from this generation couldn't populate the ground too much, but they filled it as much as they could with cars and people, and the focus really stays on the detail of the buildings and seeing those things from a distance, since you spend so much time in the air, which works really well. Sure, it's a largely inconsistent game with repetitive elements and frustrating glitches. Guess that's it. But what Spider-Man 2 does well, it does really well, to the point that it continues to shape Spider-Man games to this day. Plus, that's actually Tobey Maguire.
Sorry, I'm running a little late, MJ.
I've gotten used to it.
And
played
Kirsten
Cindy and
Dunst.
Harry again the other night.
Get out of here, Parker!
Oh, but that's not J.K. Simmons.
Don't you have some place to be, Parker? Get out of here, Parker! Get out of here, Parker! You're fired! Be gone! Be gone! Get out of my office! You're fired!